Do you
Hello,
like the
hello.
intro?
I loved that so much. I loved the music.
There's so much copyright-free stuff on YouTube. It's great.
I gotta
Because
find that.
I was trying to do like an AI thing, like create this creepy sounding music in the style of Twilight Zone, and it just was like really abrasive. And I was like, no, that's not working. So I just went with a copyright-free thing on
Do
YouTube.
you
You
have
just
a
have to credit
sheep
them.
behind you?
That's a dog.
Oh, oh.
This thing?
Yeah, it kind of looked like because of the background, it's like phasing in and out of reality right now. And it
Oh,
kind
we're
of
in the
looked
Twilight
like
Zone.
it,
That's why.
it kind of looked like a sheep for a second.
She's just a big potato pug. Oh gosh. I got John H.
What's up, John?
John, thank you. And Island. Hello. So this is an episode. Okay, so if you didn't see the first one, we did The Hitchhiker over on Fluxx's channel last time. How long ago was that? 2 weeks ago
I
already?
think that was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Sheesh, time flies.
right?
But we were talking about, because this is kind of like a book club, Twilight Zone book club,
I
right?
kind of love it.
It's fun.
It's great.
It's a lot of fun revisiting these like old shows that I would like binge watch as a kid and stuff. But
Hmm.
it's also like, now like as time's gone by and I've gotten older and I'm like rewatching them, I'm like scrutinizing them a bit more and like judging more as
Right?
well.
And
Like
like not
the guy in this episode, hard
right,
judgment.
and I'm finding myself judging the acting more as well
Mm,
and being a lot more impressed with acting back then as opposed to acting today.
quality.
High quality.
Yes. And
Quality of the
also
highest variety.
the acting, the film style, because they do so much with black and white. They make it so dramatic with simple sets. And it's
Exactly.
really, really cool how with such minimal, like no junk everywhere. There's no CG. There's no like overuse of props. It's very minimalistic, and they use shadows constantly and give you that
Hmm.
like ominous feel. I'm going to talk about that. I have a slide for that.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, welcome everybody. We're doing a thing today. Um, I have a slideshow because this particular episode, Talky Tina, which is not the name of the episode, it's called Living Doll. Um, Hold on here. Let me get myself sorted out. I'm a mess. Let's
Gotta
see.
find all the things.
All the buttons. Um, but yeah, so I was always referring to the episode as Talkie Tina because that
So
is our,
was I.
but it's Living Doll. And
Interesting.
you and I have talked a little bit about how it's like influenced movies and like for the last,
Hmm.
what, this came out in the early 60s. Um,
Hmm.
Ever since then, funny thing, and I didn't notice until I was rewatching it for like the third time today. The mom in the story, her name is Annabelle.
Which story came first?
This one, I think. I'm
Oh,
pretty
now I
sure.
gotta Google it. That it.
I'm pretty sure.
You think that's a weird coincidence?
That's what I was wanting to ask you. What do you think?
I
I
mean,
think it's a reference. I don't think it's a coincidence.
I think it could be. I'm gonna see. Because Annabelle, I think, is a older movie, right?
I don't remember the year. Let me see here. Get my stuff.
Annabelle movie. Let's see. Oh, it
Because
came
there's
out in
been
2014. Okay, so yeah, this came way first. So yeah, they probably like did a nod to Talking Tina. I would see it as a nod.
yeah. So I mean, I guess the OG living doll would be Pinocchio, but other than that, I
Fair.
think this kind of like kicked it off as far as the horror movies and the sci-fi and the
Hmm.
Annabelles and the Megan. Megan was hilarious, by the way.
I loved Megan so much. And it's actually, I watched it with my 13-year-old niece because she's like, let's watch this. And I was like, okay. And I was a little nervous at first because I don't like being scared. Like, I'm not a fan of horror, I'm not a fan of being scared. But like, that one was mostly just kind of like the suspense moments, but it was so funny.
Hmm.
It was so fun. It reminded me like of like 90s camp or something.
For
I
sure.
loved Megan. It was such a good movie.
I liked it way more than I thought I would.
Oh yeah. Oh
I went in
yeah.
having low expectations, and so surprise and delight.
Right? Oh my god, on this list, Indian in the Cupboard. Did you see that?
Oh, I did.
Oh my God, I loved that movie as a child, and I wanted so much for my action figures to come to life
Did you try it?
so many times, so many different
Aw,
bits and stuff, but it never worked.
sad Fluxx sounds. No, I loved the book as a kid, and then when the movie came out, I was like all about it. So yeah, same.
Nice.
So today's episode of what are we calling this? Second looks.
Second looks.
Second looks. My mouse is on the wrong screen. No, here we are. Okay, so there are spoilers. If you haven't seen it, it came out in like 1962. It's on you. So this is kind of like not an EFAP, like every frame of a pause kind of thing, but just a rundown as the episode progresses. We'll talk a little bit about it. So the first scene, mom and daughter get home from shopping, right? Little girl's really excited, and mom says, "Run upstairs with your present. Can daddy see it? Not right now." Like there's already a tone, like there's this
Right?
discomfort with the dad.
You know, and as soon as I re-listen, because again, like as an adult, you see different things from when you were a child. I'm like, ooh, already red flags. Like, why can't we show dad? Why are we hiding this from dad? Are we not supposed to be spending money? Like, what's going on here? Red flags everywhere.
Right. So then it goes, they go into the house. First thing he says, "Hi, what'd you buy?" And, nothing much. And she's like trying to scoot off the little kid upstairs because she doesn't want the dad to see that she got a present. Why would he be upset? Again, is it money or is it something else? Is he just, oh, I hate this guy. I really hate this guy. And so he's like, "Oh no, you're not running up to your room. Wait a minute." Mom's trying to downplay it. It's just a doll. She doesn't need another doll. All right. So he's a grump at this point. We don't know anything else.
To be fair, could we be judging him? Like, what if they're on like a super tight budget and just devil's advocate?
Yes.
And like they're barely being able to get food, and he's working his butt off to try and like just keep the lights on and food on the table. And the mom's like, it's just a doll. Who cares? And he's like, well, we don't have bread. So like there's that.
She does have multiple boxes and bags and stuff. Like it was a haul. She went shopping.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking back in hindsight with my own bias on that. But yes, it could totally be perceived as that, right?
But mostly he just seems like a butthole.
Yeah, a bit. But he's like, "How did you pay for it?" And she's like, "Well, I charged it. No big deal." Because, and it's like a, what's it called? A stereotype for women, like Lucille Ball, like I Love Lucy, right? "Oh, I charged it to the account." It doesn't mean anything. It's like kids nowadays that go, "Yeah, I used a credit card. I paid for it already. Why do I have to pay a credit card bill?" Have you seen those TikToks?
Oh my God, yes. I saw where this girl was like, I got confused with my debt and with my limit. And I was like, oh yeah, the more I spend, the higher it gets. Isn't that awesome?
No.
No, bro. What is wrong with you? She's like, what? It's at 8,000. That's good. And the dude who was talking to her was like, no.
She's like,
my mom wasn't proud of me.
I wonder why.
Ugh.
So one I saw was like this mom filming her teenage daughter, and they're having this conversation, and the mom is posting this like to blast the kid, right, for being so stupid. It's like, no, this is a you problem, mom. You didn't teach her how to do this. And instead of like shaming her on the internet, that was bullshit.
Oh, like teach your kids about stuff. Goodness, because school doesn't teach them anything.
Nope. Okay, back to the episode. Sorry, tangent. I saw like a squirrel, and you gotta
chase it every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay, so Christy's super excited about this doll. It's kind of homely, if you ask me, but she's really stoked about it. She seems like an only child. Maybe.
Yeah, she needs a friend.
She needs friends. She's alive, Daddy, and her name is Talky Tina. And Talky Tina's line, right, is, hi, or my name is Talky Tina, and I love you very much. And that's all the little girl hears, right? That's what she's supposed to say. All she's supposed to say. He's back to how much did it cost, which goes to maybe they're on a budget. Maybe he's
Maybe
just
money's tight.
right.
You know, if the economy was anything like it is now, a one income household can be kind of tough.
For sure. And then I don't think it's the price that has you so upset. So there's like an undertone. There's something going on there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he suspects her of getting a little too comfortable with the milkman.
Maybe. And then he's condescending to the wife because she's saying maybe that's something else. It's not about the price. It's something else and why she doesn't feel comfortable. Or how does she say it about the daughter? Rejected or something like that.
Yeah. Rejected by.
Then, yeah. Right. Rejected by you. So then it's like, wait a minute. He's daddy, right? So why would he be rejecting her? And then it's like, is he stepdaddy? Because I started thinking that.
Oh, he could be stepdaddy.
Well,
that
we
would make
to
sense.
learn.
What's up?
Hey, Rosalind.
But yeah, I could see that. Ooh, and he doesn't want to spend the money. Yeah. Oh.
There's reasons too. He's not a pleasant man.
As we come to learn.
As we come to learn. And he gets really mad at that freaking doll because it won't shut up, right? Just turn something off, right?
Yeah.
So kiddo runs upstairs. Mom wants to continue this conversation because there's more to it than, apparently more to it than just the cost, which still could be a problem, in all honesty. Budget.
You know.
And that doll is homely.
That doll is so bad. At least Megan looked like, a decent kind of terrifying child. This is a horrifying picture.
I know. It would have looked hot in the 1960s, Fluxx.
Oh, yeah. See, man, I need to, at some point...
You like that? You like that?
Oh, my God. Stop! That's terrifying! I'm gonna have nightmares.
I'm Talky Tina.
Oh, and I love you.
So, kiddo's upset. She runs upstairs. Mom continues to talk to him about her feeling rejected and she needs friends and this is a good playmate for her, right? Dad hates the thing already. He goes over and looks at it, laying on the couch. It's not wound up at the moment. Nobody turned the key. And then that happens.
It just, hello. It's me. It's, I cannot, I'm pretty sure like this is what traumatized us all as children, because it's that moment when she just opens her eyes and it's like, that is the literal moment of nightmares. And I think it was this that did it to all of us.
It was a repressed memory. Like, I think a lot of people forgot about it, but it was like on at their grandparents' house or their parents' house or something.
Exactly. Because it was always on.
It stayed with us.
It's that generational trauma.
Oh, absolutely. So Dad picks up this stupid doll because Mom left the room. Kids crying upstairs. Everyone's upset. He's looking at this thing. And she says, my name is Talky Tina, and I don't think I like you. I think I could even hate you. And it's like,
nope.
Excuse me, ma'am.
So much nope.
I mean, getting in the car and driving it off, like tossing it off a cliff or something at that point.
Right. Like really fast. I would be doing that really fast. Like wood chipper. Yeah. Wood chipper.
I like wood chippers for this, but I don't know if it would work. We'll find out. So when she says that, he chucks it at the wall, right? Like, it's a reasonable reaction.
Oh my God, yes. That is more than reasonable.
It's a mild reaction, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a very kind of like calm reaction. I get if a doll, I would not be just standing there and chucking it against a wall. I tell you that. I would be like throwing it in a fire pit, getting my shotgun. I would be doing so much. I would be extra.
That doll would be shards in no
time. Oh yeah, real quick. Holy water and everything.
Okay, so wife comes back in the room, sees that he threw the doll. She's like, kind of an overreaction to just a stupid doll, right? Because she's
Mm,
still, you're overreacting, you're being crazy. You just really don't like my kid. Like, kind of like
yeah.
what I'm getting at this point. But we still don't know if it's his kid or not. So I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, maybe he suspects it's the milkman's kid.
Maybe. So he's mocking her because she says, I love her. She's my daughter. And we want to do everything to make you happy. We want to make this work. And he says, I love her. Like, bruh, you're talking to your, I mean, the
Yeah.
condescension and the rudeness and like, but he says, I don't love her. I'm only her stepfather and I'm incapable of loving children because we can't have any of our own.
Ba, ba, ba.
I don't know,
There's
users.
the deeper issue.
There's the deeper issue. And they don't get into, well, at this point, they don't get into why. Why can't they have their own kids? Is it because she's too old? Is she unable to have kids? Is it him?
Is he shooting blinks? You don't
Right.
know?
But that's a bullshit thing though, because he's like, I don't love your kid because we can't have any kids of our own.
Wouldn't that make you want to love that kid even more because you know you're not going to get any more?
You'd think. You'd think.
Yeah.
The other thing is, she already had the kid when he married her.
See, yeah.
He knew it going in. Come on.
Maybe he thought he could do that thing where they would just send him away to boarding school. Because that was a thing, right?
It was a thing. But that's for upper class people to have the funds to do that.
That's for people that have the money to do that.
Maybe
they
he's
didn't even
worried
have the
about
money to buy
money.
a doll.
Maybe that's why he's worried about money and wants to ship her off.
Yeah, probably.
Let's read into
So that
it
they can
all the
try
way.
extra hard to have kids, if you know what I mean.
Practice. Lots of practice.
Lots of practice.
Oh, next scene is the dinner table.
You got the best stills.
Little Christy is feeding her doll because she has no friends. No, she has friends. But because she leaves the dinner table and goes to play with her friend, right? So I take it back. She has at least a friend. But mom thinks this is going to be a great playmate for her because she doesn't have siblings, maybe? I don't know.
Probably.
But
And that she's
while they're
never going to get siblings.
right, that comes up again. So while at the dinner table, little Miss Tina's eyeballs are closed. Dad sees one eye open and close. And he's like, huh, your little critter can wink. I didn't know that. And so she's saying, Daddy, no, she can't blink. A wink? And so he's like, weird. All right. Irritated still. Hates that doll. Who doesn't? So little kid goes outside to play. Mom says, leave the doll here. Mom goes to do the dishes or whatever. So he's left alone with the little beastie, right? And it's kind of like with Twilight Zone, it's like, okay, is this person just crazy? What's going to be
Right?
the twist?
Exactly. You're thinking the whole time, like, is it in his own brain?
Mm-hmm. Hey, we got User, we got Sean.
What's up,
Howdy.
y'all?
So he's having a full-on conversation with this little thing at the table. And he thinks it's like he thinks it's comical because he thinks something's going like he accuses the wife of putting a walkie-talkie in it. And he's like, you guys are playing games with me, you're trying to trick me. And so in between finding humor in it, he's also getting more and more angry about it at the same time. Oh no. So well, at the dinner table though, there was another thing. I thought I had the slide for this, but the subject of having kids, and he is projecting so much onto the wife because he's like, because she said something about not having siblings, that Christy doesn't have siblings. And so he's like, oh, is that a dig because we can't have kids of our own? And she's like, that's not what I meant. So I think he's
So
shooting
it's
blanks.
definitely his fault.
It's his fault.
It's definitely his fault.
Yeah. But he's mad at everyone else because, and he, again, projection.
Yeah.
Out his ass. And the wife is so accommodating and so nice. And the kid she's a little creepy too, but she's very sweet. I mean, it was
maybe that's how kids were back then.
Maybe. I don't know. Right. So he's like, this thing's got to go because wife said it wasn't me. And he's like, yeah, we're not doing this. you're going in the bin downstairs or in the basement or whatever. And she just starts talking more. Like she's having a full conversation. It's not even like, I'm Talky Tina. It's just, you'll be sorry. It's like, okay.
That's when that's when you leave the country. I don't care. You leave the country. Yeah.
Take it back to the store. No,
Yeah.
it'd find its way back. It's evil.
Yeah. That's why at this point, you have to just leave. It's like, sorry, this is your space now, I guess. The country, bye, I'm gone.
So, okay, so he puts it in the bin, puts the lid on. Done. Got rid of it, right? It's not going anywhere. It can talk, but it can't walk, right?
No.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
That'd just be crazy.
Yeah. Because they just put a walkie-talkie in it. They did something to it to make it listeners, they could say something to it.
It's them, or he's just overstressed and he's imagining it, and he'll recover and it'll be fine.
Yeah. But the doll's gonna go in the bin.
User, the doll will be in the airplane bathroom.
Right?
So a little time goes by. I'm not sure how much longer, but cutscene. Next thing. Phone rings. My name is Talky Tina, and I'm going to kill you. It's like,
that's when you flee the country.
He still thinks it's the wife or Christy.
Okay, so like, let's say it was the wife. How did she call out? She was in the kitchen. She couldn't have called the phone in.
Because it's in the house.
Yeah. It's in the house. It's coming from inside the house. But like,
you did this. I'm sick of your shenanigans. Knock it off. You and your dirty little daughter are messing with me. I've had it. He's so like, and I guess this is like a. Go ahead.
Do you think that maybe they thought they could have kids and he was okay marrying her with the daughter because he was still under the impression he could have his own and he would just be fine? But once he found out he couldn't, then he really started to resent the woman and daughter. Because, like, how do you hide that kind of resentment and still marry the dude?
Yeah, that's a rough one. I mean, he's obviously an older gentleman, probably, what, late 40s? I would say.
But aren't dudes capable? Marriage. Dudes are capable of, like, all the way until, like, the end of, like, making children.
Until they're dust?
Yeah, until they're dust of making kids.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a late in life marriage, and maybe they were traditional and they didn't, have, relations before marriage, and they didn't really know that his stuff didn't work.
That's very true.
So now he's married, and he's stuck. He thinks she feels stuck, and nobody's happy, but really it's just him.
Yeah.
Born Center. Whoa. Moxie and Fluxx watching my favorite stone show while I'm smoking a moonstick.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I don't know what a moonstick is.
If it's anything like a moon rock, but it's just rolled up, which is what it sounds like, then dude, that's some nice stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina. Look at those little hands, too.
Did you ever have a doll like that you, like, slept with?
Yeah. Oh. Not maybe a dolly, but I had, like, plushies.
But see, I feel like that a stuffed animal is different than, because this is like hard plastic. Because I've had dolls like this, but I would never take it and like cuddle with it asleep.
Yeah.
Now my stuffed animal, I did.
Oh yeah.
But
I was big on. I always had one stuffed animal, and then if I got a new one, I'd feel so bad if I had to do a rotation between my stuffed animals.
I only had one. I refused to have any other. I only had one stuffed animal like my entire run. I think it's still
like you say, you probably still have it, huh?
Yeah, I probably still have it somewhere. I know like my cat has found it before and like moved it, and it scared the hell out of Mrs. Fluxx because she's like, how is this thing moving around the house? And then we saw our cat walking with it one day and we're like, oh, okay, never mind.
You thought you had a Talky Tina situation.
Some. Well,
and like Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
When you're not in the
Yeah.
room, everything comes to life. Like,
Man, that was a good movie.
it was. Was that like
Did you ever
97
was it that long
ish?
ago?
I think so.
I remember it came out like on a Thanksgiving weekend because that one weekend after we all had Thanksgiving dinner, like the whole family went to see the movie. And it was like at least like 15 of us. But yeah,
Ooh.
it was a good movie.
1995.
Oh, no. No, Toy Story didn't come out in 95. No way.
Almost 30
Nuh-uh.
years ago. Get out of
No,
town.
that's I call BS. You gotta show proof of that real quick because I do like that movie came out when I was like 8 or 9. No,
Story. Yikes.
wow.
We're getting old, Flux. Time's passing by faster.
You
It's not
know,
stopping.
time is such a weird thing because it's like the last 4 years have all been 1 year, and like
Yes, those 2 years make a difference, David.
it does. Yes, 2 years makes a huge difference, especially when you're in that like, because that means I was like 4 years old. But
Wait,
maybe it
you
was
were
Toy
born
Story 2 I'm thinking of.
you were born in 91?
I am.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm a lot of yeah, I'm only a 91 baby.
You're wise beyond your years.
I know, and I don't even have my grays yet, and I'm so mad. I have worked so hard for my grays, and I earned them, and I deserve them, and I only have 3, but I do have one in my eyebrow, which I am proud of. But yes, I am.
And you don't have the beard that you always wanted.
I know.
I mean,
Look,
what a crock of shit.
it works. It just works. Look
You,
how good I look.
you remind me of what's his name? Sam something or other. He's the
From
Yellowstone guy with the big
oh yeah,
mustache. Roadhouse. He's in
yes.
Roadhouse too.
I can't. I was gonna say I could try and I cannot mimic his voice is so deep. Like that
It's
is
a good
deeper
one.
than I could ever even attempt to talk. But yeah, no, I deserve a mustache. I earned a mustache and my gray hair. But
Okay, brief segue before we go back to Tina here. So I was watching a little video on Instagram, a reel or something, and it was talking about men in the military identifying as females.
oh,
Get this, they're getting perks, right? Their salary increases if they're trans women.
oh
They
my
get their
god,
own
are you
housing.
serious?
They get their own housing because they don't feel comfortable in the men's unit, but they don't want to make other women uncomfortable. So special accommodations have been made, at least for some people. Also, they get to wear beards, even though it's against code for men because they identify as women, and women don't have standards against having beards.
That's not true. We had a girl in
Is
basic
it?
where our drill sergeant told her to shave.
Well, maybe if it's a letter person, a specific letter,
Oh,
they get a pass. I don't know, but maybe it's just hearsay, but I
God, that's
believe it.
terrible.
Maybe I'm spreading a fake news, but
No, but I could see them doing some bullshit like that because the army is like a corporation now and it's not, a branch of highly trained individuals to protect and defend anymore.
this just in. It's Spanish soldiers, not American. It's the
What?
Spanish army, military.
Oh, interesting. I mean, still,
Still,
like, no, no.
if it's true, it's just wow. Clown world.
We live
We're in
in
the
we
upside
live in
down.
upside down. Yep.
Hey.
We live right, same great minds think alike. But we 100% live in the upside down world. I mean,
Absolutely.
literally men or women, chicks are getting pregnant via the throat. I cannot
No.
with this world that we are living in today. I cannot.
It's awful.
Oh, it's
Wow,
bad.
I got derailed there. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I derail with my mustache a lot because my mustache is so fierce.
It's awesome. You would have
It's a panty dropper.
a luscious mustache. 100.
Right?
I love it.
Oh
Oh, you're
God.
so
Okay.
funny.
Talky
I'm
Tina.
surprised. Do you have one of those beanies that has the knitted beard built into
I
it?
don't actually.
They're funny.
I want to get one of those. I'm probably gonna get one next winter because I always wear a beanie, and I mean, I need that. I need it.
Hold on. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yes, that is what I need 100%. I have to get myself one of those.
That would be so funny.
Should I get like a short one or like a long one though?
Oh, like the barbarian one there?
Yeah.
Hmm. You know what?
Because
Get multiple. Different
ooh,
styles for
different
your
styles
mood.
and different colors.
Hey.
I could be like a brunette one day, or I could be a ginger one day, or I could be blue. I almost said brunette because I was gonna say brunette and blonde.
A brunette.
Right?
I mean, isn't that like was it beige? Beige? I don't know.
Yeah.
Where you have two-tone hair?
Yeah. It's
I'm
a
not
balayage. That's what it is. I used to get those.
Balayage.
I'm pretty sure that's
I don't
what
know
is.
about it, so I'm just gonna have to.
Because I mean, you've seen the picture where I had my blonde hair, right?
Yes.
Girl, that was like 6 hours in a chair, like once a month.
Yeah. I used to go in between red and blonde, and my hairstylist hated me for it because it is so hard to go from one of those to the other.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm platinum for a couple years. I'm bored. I want to go red. And she's like, are you kidding me? Sorry.
Oof. Yeah, it's a
Oopsie.
balayage. I don't know if I'm saying it
Bougeyage.
right.
Balayage. I
I like balayage better.
think that sounds right.
I
Okay,
like that
we've
better
decided.
though. That's probably right.
Okay,
It's all
kids.
bougie anyways.
It's so bougie. So last we left before your commercial break here, Dad had thrown said doll in a bin in the basement. Done with that shit. I'm going to bed. Peeks in. Oh no, he looks at it. It's gone. Right? He opened the thing and it was not there. Where could it be? Oh, it's in with the kiddo. Maybe the kiddo went and found it and took it to bed. Maybe.
That's a possibility. You know?
It's plausible. Uh-oh. She woke up. I told you you'd be sorry. And
God,
she's like, Christy, wake up, Christy.
I'm telling you, every time those eyes open, it's like re-triggering for me every time. But
yeah, the blinky dolls always freak me out.
yeah, and especially when it's like in one position because it's like a motion thing. And so when it's in one position, they're not supposed to move at all.
Like, I think they're supposed to close when you lay them down. And then when you stand them up, they open. That's normal.
Open. Yeah.
Still creepy, but normal. This is not normal. Clearly. So Dad's pretty miffed. And he's like, just freaking doll. I'm sick of it. Because told you you'd be sorry. So he's taking the doll. Daddy, please. Those great acting on this little girl's part.
I was gonna say, like, the way she cried and everything, I'm like, she did good. That's a good little girl actress right there.
I wonder if she went on to do other things.
No,
but
anyway, one time we should do a like where are they now and see like from Twilight Zone episodes, like other things that they did.
Definitely.
Right? Because I mean, we all know, some of them went on to do a lot of other stuff.
William Shatner. I mean, those
exactly
more high profile.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that one that last episode that we watched, The Hitchhiker.
Yeah,
she went on to do other.
She did a lot of other stuff, and she was like highly commended. Man, her face, she just sold it out. Like, that's when you didn't need effects. You just zoomed in on the face with like an overtone, and that was good enough.
Yeah, cake done. She looked very natural, like natural beauty,
yeah.
gorgeous. And they zoom in, it's like you can actually see her face. It's
right?
not all painted on. I miss the better days. I miss quality.
Right?
This whole fast fashion of a world, I do not approve. I like quality.
Man, can you imagine if we went back to like the way of like the 1940s and 50s when like women dressed up every day and like men put on a suit every day? I
Girl,
kind of wish we could do that,
yes,
but then like also no because it'd be so much work, but also like
it's a lot.
it's so much. But it's also like worth it. Look how good everybody looked all the time.
You know what's funny? Because you and I both went through the pinup phase.
Oh yeah,
Everything pinup. Love it. I've
so much.
always fantasized about the 40s era style. I mean, World
Mm-hmm.
War and all that be damned. The fashion. It was
And the
great. Yes, everything.
music and the style.
The
Oh,
courtesies and the formality of some things, and like
yes.
you dress up to get on an airplane. I mean,
The
that happened through the.
civility of it all.
Yes, love it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Did you
Who took the doll? I knew there was a reason why I didn't like Kojak.
um but yeah, did you ever go swing dancing?
No, I did like my friends like try to teach me a few of the moves and stuff, but that was really it. I didn't go, but I like
Oh,
watching.
we like there was a group of us friends that used to go because at downtown Disney and at Disneyland on Friday nights they used to have like a big band and they would have swing dancers come in and you'd all just swing dance. It was so fun.
And they have a don't they have like a vintage day at Disney still?
I don't know. This was all back before I joined the military, so this was
Ah, it's
like
been a while.
20 pre 2011. What?
Retro Disney, let's say Golden Age Day.
That was like 10 years ago. That was like more than 10 years ago.
But you get okay. Then
They
we're
might
going
still
full
have
squirrel
it.
again. We're going full squirrel again, but that's fine.
Sorry, back to
No,
it.
no, never apologize. Never apologize.
But
People don't like it, they can leave. I'm having fun. You're having
right?
fun.
But yeah, the
But
acting in this, it
mm,
just everything was so much better back in the day because everything they actually put work into things.
hmm
At
well, I
least in
mean,
my opinion.
especially with such a
Yeah,
simplistic set. I mean, it's kind of like theater. Like
yeah.
it's more of like a play than it is a TV show to me. Like the style of acting, the sets are very basic. So the quality is focused on the acting or the
Hmm.
characters and your investment in the characters, and then the simple set is just used to enhance the characters' acting. So
Yeah.
to me, it comes across more like a play, and I love live
Oh
theater.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's like there are some movies there was I can't think of it now, but when like you can pull off the movie in a play style, bring back lobotomy. Man, trust the
It's
science, man. Trust the science. Oh my god, every time somebody said that to me, I was like, remember lobotomies? That was science.
they didn't all work.
Right? Science is always
Really?
improving. So when you say trust the science, lobotomies.
Yeah, for
I'd rather
sure.
have a bottle in front of me than have a frontal lobotomy. I
Dr.
said it
Demento?
right.
Are you friend
Yes.
of Dr. Demento? Yay!
Yes. But yes, I will never forget that as long as I live.
Oh,
Um,
back to
no,
you, Bob, in the studio.
but this little girl, she's a good little actress. And
Mhm.
you want to know something else? This dude, how phenomenal of an actress is he to get you to hate him as much as he does? In
Right?
such a short amount of time, you're like, wow, screw this dude. And it's like, yeah, that's a good actor right there because I bet you, like, well, I don't know. He probably was an angry drunk in the 40s. I don't know.
Possibly. Who knows?
Possibly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. No, but you're right. You're totally right. If an actor playing a role can get you to feel something, especially so intense, like I freaking hate this guy. Like
Hmm.
he's an asshole. It's like, good job, buddy.
Well,
I
that's like,
appreciate you.
did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Like, sir, the chick who Leah Hart, whatever the chick who plays Cersei, and the
Mm.
chick who plays Joffrey, like
Ugh.
they are
Hate.
exactly. I'm like, I viscerally hate this character, and once like because I am such like a film person, once I get like that reaction when like, oh my god, I hate this character so much that I'm like, oh my God, this actor's so good. And then from that point on, I'm just like, oh my God, they're acting. And I no longer hate the character. I only appreciate the actor. But yeah, just so good at hating them.
It was so easy to hate them. They made it so easy.
They made
Great
it
job.
so easy because, like, when you think about it, it's like it's literally words on a piece of paper. And oh, I'm going on a film tangent, but it's literally words on a script. It's just words on a paper.
Mhm.
And it's what the actor can do with those words to get you to feel something that, like, really highlights the craft and highlights that ability to entertain, which I'm pretty sure at some point it's like it breaks down into, you know, it's essentially entrapping the mind. Like entertainment, it comes from its root words, or like entrapping the mind. And it's like that's what it does. Good acting, it takes your brain and it traps it because it takes you out of reality and it puts you into this environment or this story. And like books is different because books you get to use your imagination. And
Right.
I mean, for me, my imagination never went away. Like my childhood imagination never went away. And I have like I love my imagination. It's terrifyingly interesting in there. But with an actor who can do that for you and who can take, you know, the script and, you know, pull you into this story without you having to kind of like, without you having to do anything. You're just thrown into this storyline because these actors do so well. And that's one of the reasons. Did you watch The Witcher?
Yes.
Were you a fan of the books or the video game at all?
I didn't have any experience with the Witcher franchise before Henry Cavill's version.
Okay. See, and it's like a lot of people had such a problem with it because of it didn't follow really, it wasn't really true. But for me, the actors did such a good job playing their roles and kind of bringing about a story. I can separate things a little bit easier. And
Mhm.
I just appreciated, you know, the fact that they made these characters real. And yeah, I'll get off my tangent.
Oh no, I totally agree. And you know, there are certain series of books and stories that I'm like, when I see like the television series adaptations or the movies, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm holding some things back because like obviously they can't take the volumes of information and characters and background and all that and shove it
Yeah.
into a 2-hour time slot and get it
Mm-hmm.
all right. So they have
Yeah.
to work with elements and then make a story out of it. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword when you know the story prior to seeing the film. Like with me with The
Mm-hmm.
Witcher, I didn't have any sort of foundation or anything to judge. I was just like, oh, new story for me.
Oh, Mrs. Fluxx played the video game, and oh, she is not
Uh-oh.
what she is not one to. She does not do changes. She does not do rewrites or remakes or. And she was excited because this should have been the video game, you know, in a TV series, and it was
Mm-hmm.
not, and she was not happy.
Uh-oh. Is she still not over it?
Oh no, she not. She's so. I mean, we're all sad. I'm just mostly sad because I really liked the show. I mean, I'm a Henry Cavill fan. He's the only one who's on like he on my list. Um, but yeah, he did such a good job, and I really liked the actor, like the actress that they got to play Yen as well. Like
Yeah, she
I
did a
thought they
really good
did
job.
well. Yeah.
The last season, not so
They
great to me.
uglied her up to high hell. Did you?
Yeah.
They made her. They uglied her up, and it was so sad because you watched the first season where like they actually uglied her up, and
Mm-hmm.
then what she turns into, and you're like,
Oh.
oh wow. And then by the third
Oh
season,
my.
you're like, what did they do with the
Seriously.
wigs? Like the costumes are terrible. It was trash. I was so sad. I mean, I thought the third season I was sad.
How
But
it felt about it.
yes,
Long pause. I was sad.
I was
Yeah.
sad.
Well, he's coming back for season 4, right? And that'll be his last one, or are they replacing him for season 4?
So here's the thing. The season 4 was season 3 and like 3.2. So they did season 3, but they broke it into 2 parts. So there was like 6 episodes in the first half, and then there was 6 episodes in the second half. And it was
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it was bullshit. And then they tried to
I hate
have
split seasons like that.
It's stupid. They
They're
tried
doing it
to
all the time now.
have Liam Hemsworth come in to replace him, but because the outcry was so overwhelming and everybody was so extremely pissed, it was indefinitely put on pause.
Oh, very
So,
sad.
yeah.
All of it's sad.
If,
Season 1 and 2 was great.
oh, yeah. If Henry Cavill ever came back, I would 100% watch. Oh, yeah. Easy. But he'd have to come back. And
He's pretty cute. He does a good job.
Oh yeah, he does. He does a
He
good
does a good
Geralt.
job.
I love his Geralt.
All right. Another commercial break over. Thank you.
We made it
Great
like not
acting.
even a slide.
Yeah, it's fine. It's great acting. Both of these characters. You feel for the girl, you hate the guy, right? In this moment. He takes the doll, rips away from her. The other thing, and I didn't get a screenshot of this. It was too fast. I'm like, he's just blurry. But he shoves her down onto the bed, like pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
When he's taking it away.
I was like, ooh, that's a little
much.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Scott.
Yeah, that's a little that was a bit much. I was like, I did not like that.
Not a fan. So then he goes full psycho.
He goes completely batshit.
Like evil grin. I'm gonna enjoy this. Puts the freaking doll's head in a vice, and he's cranking it and smiling. He's batshit crazy.
He's lost it. He has 100% lost it by this point.
And then it's like kind of like smushing the face a little bit, but it won't snap or pop or whatever he wants it to do. And he's like, I thought you had feelings. I can stand it if you can. I'm like, oh gosh. Ultimately,
and it's like I can stand it if you can.
Right.
Voice.
Very taunting, the baby voice. It's like, ugh, hate it.
Like,
hate it.
No.
He gets the saw. And his wife comes in when he's doing this.
And it's like at this point, I think if Mrs. Fluxx had accused me of a doll talking to me, and I was like, no. And then I walked in and saw this, I'd be like, we got to get this doll out because clearly something's going on here.
There's some shenanigans afoot.
You really don't like this doll.
Weird. So she's like, nope, I'm out. Starts packing the suitcase. He's always so aggressive. Like, just his, like, grabbing her, the way he talks to her. But he's also having, like, a little bit of a, oops, I made a big mistake.
Yeah.
Got to backpedal a little bit.
Yeah.
Be a little nice. Still
he snaps out of it for a second. Is like, oh, she's leaving. Ooh,
yeah.
This is not good.
So yeah, if you walk in on your spouse in the basement trying to like sever the head of a doll,
trying to decapitate a doll,
call somebody. I don't know.
I want to know how long they've been married, because I don't think it mentions that.
It doesn't. My take, it sounds fairly recent-ish, but
yeah.
Then she's calling him daddy. Where is her daddy? Did he die? He
died in the war.
Yes. Hey.
See, great.
Have we synced yet?
Right? I was last week.
Okay. We'll get there. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
surprised you didn't say get your big back in the house. Like Men in Black.
Oh yeah. Well, back in the day, you know, they just grabbed their woman by the arm and told them what to do, and their woman just was supposed to listen, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's your wife. You get to do whatever you want.
Right? Smack her on the backside and send her up to her room.
There was a movie. Who was in it? Oh, god damn it. I'll find it later, send it to you. But the guy grabs the wife bends her over the knee and he's like smacking her bottom. And the girl's like, Daddy, what are you doing to mommy? He's like, she needs it or something. And she likes it. And it's like, this is awkward and uncomfortable. It should be awkward and uncomfortable for everybody.
Right?
But anyway. So he has regrets. He goes back because he did end up putting it in a sack, tying a rope around the neck. It looks really, he looks of sound mind.
Super.
Totally normal.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
Well, he put it in a sack. He tied the rope around the neck a couple times, put it in the bin, put like four to six bricks on top of it. Like, it's not going anywhere now. And it didn't. It was still there when he came back, but he takes her out. My name is Talky Tina, and I don't forgive you. She's also, in the salute or something, but maybe it's a Nazi doll.
Could be.
Symbolism? I don't know.
As soon as she said, I don't forgive you, she would have gone back in the sack with the rope and the bin and the bricks.
Okay, there's that other thing. You have this murderous little doll, right, that's talking to you. Would you give it back to a child if you thought it was a murderous little doll? Which he does.
But
he gives it back to the child.
At this point, has she done anything, though, to make him fear for his safety? She just said she doesn't like him and that she hates him, right?
And she could kill him, she said.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot that she was going to kill you. Yep. Nope, forgot about that on the phone.
The phone call.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
That doll's got to go.
Yeah. So yeah, she got to go back in the bin.
But he's trying to smooth things over with wifey and little Christy. They're all crying and upset. Mom wants to take off and all that, whatever. So he's like, oh, well, give it back to her. Maybe I am just crazy. Maybe.
Could be.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just overreacting.
Yeah, maybe. Who goes to bed with the full makeup?
Yeah, and her hair's still really nicely done.
Yeah.
Like.
Us. But this scene and the next one, when he leaves the room, this whole night scene is really cool to me. It had like Hitchcock vibes and all that with the shadow placement and the window panes and all that. But he can't sleep, right? Who could?
I mean, I probably won't sleep tonight.
I'll be fine.
I don't have any dolls.
Oh, and this totally reminded me of Hitchcock. It was kind of his thing, right?
Yeah.
The shadow silhouette.
See, and there are a lot of things that in the Twilight Zone that are kind of reminiscent of Hitchcock. And I think it's do you think it's a nod to him? Because I mean, he did do a lot of really good creepy stuff like this.
Yeah, he kind of was like the father of the genre of creepy.
Yeah. And he did thriller. He did try to buy the rights to The Hitchhiker because he wanted to make it into a movie. But other dude got it first because Alfred Hitchcock was trying to pay $2,000 and the other people paid $2,000 plus $1,100 every time it aired. So, but
that was big money back then.
Right? But Hitchcock wanted that one. So I imagine they do I just feel like they do a lot of nods to him.
For sure. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Rosalind had a Mrs. Beasley doll. Ew. Warp spring. Oh, creepy. Yeah, I don't like the pull string dolls. I don't like talking dolls. Never have. Not a fan.
Nope. I had a Furby, and that was
I was going to say Furbies are freaky too.
At one point, it just started talking to my sister and I, and we threw it we ran out into the hall and threw it in the closet and shut the door, and then it started saying it was scared.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so then it stayed in the closet for a few years until we found it one time and then threw it away. Yes.
Good call.
Yeah, 100%.
So Mr. Eric over here, the stepdad.
Because he can't have his own kids.
Because he can't have kids and he's mad about it.
Yeah.
But he's taking it out on her. Anyway, issues. So he hears something. He can't sleep. He hears something. So he gets up to check it out. I did a couple shots in the hall in this area because I just like the shadows so much. The railing, so simple.
See, and that's That's black and white is so good for that kind of dramatic, kind of suspense looking. It builds that when it's just like the black and white with the shadows and the light. I feel like it's just such a good dramatic, it has such a good dramatic vibe to it.
I'm a fan. I am stuck in a different time as far as my taste
Same
and
girl.
interests.
See, want to hear my theory?
What?
We were born in a different time and we are reincarnated and we still have those like
Ties.
those ties and those memories because, you know, that was a good time back then. We had a good past life. And so we're kind of stuck in it. I mean, that's why I had like
Somebody get on the whole time machine thing. Step.
that's why like my whole I can't even get my button.
I'm still here. I just need to wipe my nose. So
yeah, no
camera
worries.
off.
Like my whole sleeve is just American traditional because American traditional is the best style because it stems from like the 40 like when tattooing on well, at least here got kind of big in the 1940s and 50s and
And we have shared sparrows, don't we? Do you have the
we
two
do
sparrows?
because I've got these ones.
They're on my shoulders, on the backside.
Yes. Oh my
We
god,
got it
it
covered
hurts
between
so
us.
bad here.
Oh, I have a sternum tattoo. So yeah, the pain is real. Those nerve endings are really close to the surface.
I don't
Felt
think
like
I could do
lightning.
sternum. Yeah, because I mean,
There's a lot of it not so bad, but right in the middle where it's close to your bits inside,
yeah,
it's like lightning.
yeah. The wings go down a little bit, and once it gets into the kind of more plushy parts,
Mm-hmm.
it really starts to hurt a little bit.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
I
which
don't
it
have
hurt.
any in plushy bits.
Well, it's like just in the lower, the wings go down to about there and hurt worse than when it did up here on the collarbone.
Interesting, because they've always said when like feet tattoos are supposed to be really painful. I have
Mm-hmm.
a rib piece as well that's not
Oh,
like super complicated, but very painful. They always
yeah,
say feet and ribs are probably the most painful because the bones are so
yeah.
close. I don't know, but
So
interesting.
I have a little heart on my ankle that burned. That was just a
Mm.
straight up, like, it felt like someone had a blowtorch and was just, and then I've got one of my nicknames tattooed on my ribs. Um,
Is it a long
and
nickname or is it a short one?
no, Barbie. I have the
Oh,
Barbie
that's right.
logo. Yep, I have the Barbie logo tattooed right here. And that was, that wasn't, I mean, I don't remember that one hurting as bad. These hurt worse. These hurt and the one on my back was bad. Like I have a piece from my shoulder down to it's like a flower vine. And it's
Oh, okay.
that one was painful. That one was like I think 2 or 3 like 5-hour sessions. That hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, you get into that 5-hour territory. It's like
It
I'm
really
done.
starts.
I'm
Mhm.
toast.
The
I'm gonna
longest
go
I've ever
home.
right? The longest I've ever sat was 9 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Did you
I
watch
was
Ink Master?
I have. Yes, I like Ink Master a
I
lot.
like it too.
I wanted to like try and be a canvas on that show because I really don't care. Like if it's in
Mm-hmm.
a spot that I can cover up, okay. But like I also don't want to get like a super terrible tattoo because again it will be there forever.
Well,
And
that's the thing with the canvases that really screw up all the time because they want something completely ridiculous or something
yeah,
out of the style of the artist that they're working with. It's like just go with what the stylist recommends because
right?
they know what they're doing and you're gonna get a good tattoo if you let
Yeah.
them do what they know.
And seeing like I was like when you fill out the application, it can like what type of tattoo do you want, whatever, whatever. Ooh, I feel like that would hurt. Um, but I was like, they don't want like open canvases so much because they also want that TV drama, which it's like,
Right.
just pick. But yeah.
Oh gosh. You're fun. I like talking to you. This is great.
Oh, thanks. You're fun too. See, I have one back here and it didn't hurt. So, I mean, it's a little guy, like it's just a outline or it's just like a top hat, glasses, and a mustache or a monocle and a mustache. I don't remember, but it's just back there.
You
That
and your
one,
mustache envy.
I want a mustache so bad.
Crack me up.
I'm gonna do
We're
the
almost
rest
at
of
the
it
end
like
of this.
this.
Oh, that's cute. Very rich, dense.
Right? See, but I had to make. I can't do like this type of mustache because this is like it's kind of
It's a little
It's
Fu
gotta be.
Manchu.
It's
I mean,
gotta
it's
be
a little
like
weak
the
sauce.
exactly. It needs to be like the thick, full, bushy, full,
Tom
like
Selleck.
upper lip. Yep.
Magnum PI.
Exactly.
It's a whole vibe.
I look like my brother.
Does he have a beard or a mustache?
Yeah, he has a mustache. He's a firefighter, and I feel like I look like him when I go. That's kind of horrifying. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
I love you. You're so funny. Oh, gosh. Okay, we're
Oh,
back
God.
to Eric. These episodes are only like 23 minutes long.
Right?
What we can do with 22 minutes. Make it
We can
over an hour.
stretch it.
Stretch it, bop it, spin it.
Oh my God. That was a good
I'm going
game.
full squirrel again.
Right? Talking Tina's gone.
She's gone. Where'd she go? But I didn't really notice this until just now. There's like a little head impression in the pillow.
Right?
She had
and
it.
it's
That was a detail. They did that
on purpose, purposefully. Yep. That is, seeing it's those little details that you can appreciate.
I know what that comforter feels like. That's weird. Do you know that thing where you can think of any, sorry, you can think of anything and imagine what it feels like on your tongue?
Yeah, I've heard that. But I've also heard like that you can do that like with stuff that you touch. If you picture any type of surface, you can like picture what it feels like.
Yes.
That's so weird.
It's weird.
But
I can, like a stainless countertop. I can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine what it feels like.
A fuzzy sweater. Yeah. Weird. I don't know.
Isn't the human brain interesting?
I hear things and repeat them. Tina's gone, everybody. Tina's gone. Tina has left the building. Or has she? So, gonna close that door. Ooh. Gonna keep investigating. Still hears a little something somewhere.
Right?
What does he hear? I have questions. Dun, dun, because dun. He steps on Tina. She is laying in wait on the staircase.
Literally laying in wait. Quite literally.
But again, he heard something. What was he hearing in the distance? Did she have control over other things? Is she fiddling with stuff? Like, I mean, who knows?
She could talk through the telephone.
True. What phone was she on? Or was she just like emitting through the ether?
See, and that's the thing.
How does it work? How does it work, Fluxx?
Maybe it's maybe every object comes to life and they're all in cahoots against him.
Oh, don't make it extra weird. I have to be afraid of everything all the time.
Yes.
Better be nice. I'll be sorry.
Oh, God.
So then they both land at the bottom together. And he's just, his eyes close and he's gone. He's donezo.
DOA.
He's done for. Wife finds him. No CPR. No attempts to revive. They didn't do that back then.
No. Like, you just, obviously he's dead. He's not unconscious or anything. Clearly, he's dead. No blood.
Gotta find yourself
trauma.
Husband number 3. That's what she's got to focus on right now. Maybe someone who she could have kids with.
So that maybe she can have siblings.
And maybe she did set all of this up. Maybe she is behind the doll. She hates this guy.
Maybe can't have kids. She found out that she couldn't have any siblings, and she's like, all right. Here's this Home Alone plan I'm going to come up with.
She's in this with the milkman.
Entire Home Alone?
Huh. We can stretch.
We're going to stretch it as far as we can.
Oh, man, we're ignoring Rosalind. Getting more ink this weekend. It's been a long time for me.
I haven't got ink in
Oh, I'm
probably
so sorry.
4 or 5 years, and I need it.
Long
Definitely
time.
need it soon.
Uh, I grown and I can't be around kids. Oh no. Tina can
Oh no.
teleport.
Seriously,
Uh,
I mean, at this point, I think it's one of those uh do you remember you watched Buffy, right?
yes.
You remember the episode of Buffy where the puppet is possessed by a demon?
Well, isn't that one of the Goosebump stories? Licky or Slappy?
Yeah.
Slappy, the ventriloquist dummy.
Maybe this doll is possessed by a demon and sparked all that whole genre too.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
They leave so much left to the imagination. They keep it simple. They don't tell you a whole lot because it does
It
make you
makes it,
go.
yeah, it makes your brain go, what?
You're trying to make sense of it, so you logic your way around it. It's
Your
like, okay,
brain fills the holes.
it's trying to help. Oh, John asked, why was he going to the little girl's room? Because he heard something and he was
Checking
obviously
on the
thinking it's
little,
the murder doll.
yeah.
You know,
She said the
yeah,
doll said it was going to kill him. I would go and check on it too.
murder doll. Go sleep with my stepdaughter. I don't like her anyway.
Right? Oh my god. No
There's
kidding.
that. And the final scene, it goes back to little Miss Tina, and she says, "Hi, I'm talking Tina, and you better be nice to me." And it ends. That's it. That's all you get. What happens next? What does the mom do with it?
The
Are they
mom,
prisoners to Tina now? Does Tina rule the house?
I'm going to say that the mom did it smart and said, "Oh, absolutely. We're all good friends. We're going to go visit the Grand Canyon next weekend because I want to take you to see all these cool places. And after that, we're going to go to Mount Kilimanjaro. And then we're going to go see this really cool volcano. Oh, let's get a little closer
Volcanoes,
to the
always good.
volcano. Oh, no, she got too close to the volcano. Oh, no."
We'd be trying things. We play
Right?
nice. Like you said, play nice. Go on trips.
You got to
And just
set it up. You
see
got
what
to play the
happens.
long game with this one.
Oh man.
Oh,
So was she actually was Tina, the entity of Tina, was she actually concerned with being nice to Christy? Was she genuinely concerned about protecting Christy? Or is it the evil demon?
I think it was the evilness because, I mean, we don't know what happens or if ever Chrissy would be like, I don't want this doll anymore. Because she got the doll, she loved the doll, she was giving the doll all the love, and the doll's like, yeah, I'm down with this. And then as soon as the doll didn't get what it wanted from
Mm-hmm.
somebody, then it's like, okay, I'm going to murder you. But we haven't seen Chrissy not give the doll love.
True.
So we don't know if it's like a love thing or if it's a this is the child that I'm supposed to protect thing.
And there's also jealousy. I mean, there's vengeance and getting
All
back at
that
the
good
dad because
stuff.
he's awful. But like you said, if she gets a new toy or she grows up and ages out,
Oh, what if
gets
she gets a
friends and
new doll?
a new doll,
Oh,
so many possibilities.
right? But we don't know because it never told us. You think protect more?
Mm,
But she doesn't ever say, because, like, so I'm going to reference Megan. With
mm-hmm.
Megan, it's like she literally is told this is your job to protect her, make sure to keep her safe. But with talking Tina, it's like, oh, this is just my name's Talky Tina and I love you. And the girl is like, okay, I love you too. Cool. But there's no like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They
I
just
don't
picked her up
know.
at a store one day. It's not like she received an objective and this is her
What store?
assignment. And
What store did they get her from?
Mom
Where
said the
did?
name of it. I don't remember. But where did the doll?
Oh, did they say the name
Were
of
there?
it?
She said the name of the store. I want to say like Wendell's or something. It
Oh,
was
okay.
something like that. But is it one doll that was in the store that maybe somebody just left behind, or was it a
Ooh.
like manufactured whole bunch of them? And were they all possessed, or did they just have the bad luck of getting the one that was? I don't know.
Interesting. These are
So many
good
questions.
pondery questions. Because
Well,
it's
maybe.
like, go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead. Nope.
Oh,
Let's build
I
them.
I mean, you don't, we don't get a lot of movies or a lot of shows that don't give us a conclusion. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the reason Inception was such a great, why everybody was like, "Oh my god, Inception," because you didn't get a conclusion. I mean, you kind of did, but you weren't sure about the conclusion. And so it's that thing that like keeps you talking and keeps you
Thank you, Rosalind.
ayo. It keeps you going. And it's those, because we always crave that solution, that final ending to the conflict, that like kind of that closure. We
Right.
always need closure. And when we're not given that closure about any situation, it really tends to irk us.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it might not like outright bother us, but like how many years later are we talking about the Twilight Zone? How iconic is this TV show? And it's
Timeless.
because you rarely got a good conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And one other TV show I will mention was American Horror Story.
There were some good
Not
seasons.
right? And it's like, with as terrible as the season was, with as crazy, the conclusion, the endings were always, in my opinion, like, okay, I can live with this ending. Like the ending always left me satisfied. And it was like there were like 2 or 3 seasons where I'm like, oh, this is weird. Like the whole Roanoke season where they just
Yeah.
they just literally killed everybody. Like
Yeah.
that's how you end your season, is literally by just killing off all your characters. Like,
Gee, thanks, guys. Great job.
sorry,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, but they just kill everybody. And it's like, so like I understand American Horror Stories about like, death and all the crazy stuff, but like this was just like Roanoke was the worst season. It was stupid. But
I didn't like that one. But yeah, I agree as far as like enough to feel comfortable with the ending, but still with a touch of mystery about it.
yeah,
And kind
was
of like
still just a touch of
wonderings.
like, ooh, it could have been better. It could have had a better outcome, but this is good.
This is okay.
Yeah.
I can deal with this. Close that chapter. Maybe it was, still a little thought provoking from time to time, but not like irksome.
Yeah, not where you're like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? Is it going to happen again? We don't
I don't know. Never
know.
know.
Don't know.
Never can tell.
No.
Which episode do you want to do next time?
Ooh. So I really love the episode To Serve Man. Like that
I don't
is
know it by name.
that is the one where the aliens come down and like pretty much they bring peace to the earth, and like all the deserts they like bring the technology to make them like there's no more famine in the world. We're all like, they've helped us so much, and they're like, you guys want to come check out our planet? And everyone was like, oh hell yeah, y'all been helping. Well, the main two aliens, they were always carrying around this book, and they're like, okay, whatever, we got to figure out what this book is. Well, at some point, um they translate it and it's to serve man, and they're like, that's their mission, is to serve man, and they've been doing that. Like they've been helping us. It's awesome. So a few ships go over, and I don't know, like the main characters, a dude and a chick for like main characters. Dude gets on the spaceship, I think, and at some point he figures out to serve man is a cookbook.
I was just gonna, because you hear a title and it's like Twilight Zone, so it's like, okay, where's the twist? I'm like, to serve
Yep.
man on a platter, like
Yep.
something
So
like that.
by getting rid of all the famine and everything, they're like fattening up humans, and they're like bringing them back to their planet. And
Come on over
like,
for dinner.
right? Yeah.
We'll have you for
And
dinner. Come on.
at one point, like the dudes on the on their way back to the planet, the dudes on the ship and the aliens like, come on, man, you gotta eat. we need you to eat. You gotta be nice. And the dude's like, I'm not gonna eat. No, I'm gonna be like just pretty much waste away because I'm not gonna feed you type of deal. And it's just, oh, it's a good episode.
I need to revisit that one. I don't remember it.
Yes,
There's
it's a
so
good
many.
one.
There's so many.
Yeah, because there's also the one that we've always talked about, the Time Enough at Last, where dude gets, you know, nuclear apocalypse. There's the one where the kid actually, his grandma dies and he starts talking to her through like the play toy phone, which that's a fun one. There's the one where there's so many. I could keep listing them, but yeah, we could do To Serve Man or let's see, there was one other one that I really loved. I'll have to think of it. There are so many iconic ones.
Well, we'll do this again. I think we finally got through the episode. We are going to have another one of these. Next time is on Fluxx's channel. So,
yes. I like the back and
tuned.
forth. We'll definitely, we should try and do it at least every 2 weeks. I think that would be good.
Once a month, you know, adjusting is needed, but yeah, don't let another month go by because this is fun.
This is fun. I've had a lot of fun.
Yay.
And we only squirreled a lot tonight, so it's okay.
Only a lot.
Only a lot, so it's good.
It's what we do.
You know.
Oh, you just surpassed 2,000 subs on YouTube.
Congratulations. I did. It took, oh my God, for literally December, January, and February, I had zero growth. Literally zero.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
that's crazy.
I would go in between like literally we'll say like 64 and 66, and it would be either 60 and it would drop one and go down to like 65 and then go back up, or then drop down two, and it like, oh my God. And finally in March they're like, yeah, you can have growth again. This is fun.
You know, yeah, they just put a pause, right? They mess around with the subscribe.
Oh yeah. They 100% like stop subscriptions because there's no way, like, because you know how like in the studio it'll tell you like up or down how many or whatever, and then you can like go and look. Like I was literally for December 0, for January 1, for February 0.
Lies.
And, oh my God! And
it's just
in
lies.
March I got like, okay, in March I got 200.
Very suspicious.
And like in the first week of April, well, no, okay, so maybe the last 3 weeks of March, I got like 300.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like,
can't trust YouTube.
This doesn't make sense. And like now I'm at a steady, like, it's literally those milestones. Like right before you get to 2,000 or like 1,000, then right before you get to 2,000, I think the next one is like 5,000, where they're just like, do you really want this? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you absolutely positive? Okay, maybe. And then it's like, geez, but finally I got over 2,000, and we got to work on getting you over 1,000. You're so close.
We'll see how it goes.
You're so close. Don't stop.
So okay, it's funny, since I did the rebranding or whatever, I'm actually putting out more like OG waifu crime material.
Nice.
Like the mom stuff and all that whatever, and I talked about true crime because I'm the demographic. Cheers, sweetie. You know, law tube, interrogations, murder trials. Well, that's the thing, right? So what Moxie Dame is now, it's very eclectic. The algorithm does not like me. And I have wanted to talk about true crime stories for forever, and kind of like the weird stuff, mysterious stuff, and those types of things. And I think I did just make a new channel for it, just to be totally separate.
Nice. Tap
into this demographic that is me, because I consume that. It's passive listening to me for a lot of it, because I can do stuff around the house. I can like just not have to really think about it because I've already heard this case before, but it's always nice to hear it in different, presented differently. So I still listen to those, and I will repeat them. It's like rewatching an episode, Nice. So I have them on all the time. So I'm like, How about, okay, I just dedicate a channel just for that and not confuse things. So my new channel, I haven't put out a video yet, but I will soon, is Six Sad World YT. So
Oh, I'm gonna look that up.
I
Six
don't
Sad
know if you can,
Worlds.
Six Sad World YT YouTube.
Okay.
Well, did you watch Daria ever? Or you were too young?
I feel like it's familiar.
So Daria had a
Oh, because
very,
that's the first thing that pops up. Six Sad
yeah,
World Daria.
yeah. So it's Six Sad World YT is me. Um, and so Daria was a cartoon. She was very apathetic, very monotone, kind of like one of the rejects, and her sister was super popular. And
Uh-huh.
so this imaginary, well, fake TV show that would be on during the show was called Six Sad World. And it would like show
Nice.
all this like random stuff. Oh gosh.
That's
So,
awesome.
what? Cody.
What's up,
What's shaking bacon?
Camelot, my dude?
Yo yo. And we're just about to wrap up. But yeah, I do want to do a little more with that, but it's probably not going to be like the live streaming so much or like panel
Mhm.
stuff. I'm going to keep that to my main because I'm really just I really want to make it more just videos and cases and stories
Yeah.
versus whatever this is. So
The squirrel moments.
the squirrel, very few squirrels on that channel, hopefully. So
Yes. See that
yeah.
when you do videos instead of live streaming, you do have the beautiful luxury of the edits so that you can, if you do go to squirrel by yourself, you can at least edit that out a little bit.
My last video that I did, the autism video. So I used the StreamYard interface
Mhm.
for the recording. And you can't stop it and start again. So you just got to go one take, and it's like, okay,
You
edit,
can
edit,
pause
edit,
it.
edit, edit, edit. Can you?
Yeah. You can
No.
like
I thought it
pause.
was just like one time, and
No, you can totally pause your recording because I've like painted
I'm
and gone
such a
out, like
dork.
paused my recording, gone out to smoke, come back, gone to smoke again. Or I
Well,
mean,
I'm just an idiot. I thought you couldn't stop it because like once you start it, when if you stop it, it ends the recording and you have to start over or like whatever. So my video, it had like 20 minutes of like bad takes. So, but it was funny like in editing. Like it's like okay, edit, edit, edit. There's my cue. Okay, cut that part. Just didn't happen. But
nice.
editing takes a while. I enjoy it, but it takes time. Like it was a little over an hour's worth of material, and it took
Mhm.
me about 4 hours to edit it down
Wow.
because
Wow.
you want it to be somewhat like smooth, I
Yeah.
guess. And
Yeah.
so it just, I'm new. I know some other people could probably do it like really fast or whatever, but it took
I
me some
don't even
time.
know where to start for editing, so I give you kudos because
It's fun and the putting in
I don't think that
transitions and effects and all that stuff is, I like to dabble with the little features and whatnot. So it's fun.
I I feel like I feel like I might have too much ADD to like edit because I couldn't sit there and just like, because you sit there and listen to it and like clip it and do that stuff. Yeah, I think my ADHD would tell me not to do that.
Your ADHD would be exploding for
My
sure.
ADHD would be like, bitch, like 9 other things. You got to have 9 other things up while you're doing this, please.
Oh, what exciting stuff happening.
Yeah. It's
Thanks,
been a
thanks,
fun time.
thanks for hanging out with me.
Thanks for doing this with me.
Oh yeah,
This is
we'll do it
fun.
again. And
Yeah.
thanks to everybody that showed up on Twitter, Rumble, and YouTube.
Oh,
All the
you're on
things.
the all three of them too? Do you
Yeah.
have all three of them in here?
Yeah, I have them connected through StreamYard,
Nice.
but
Isn't that awesome?
I found some hiccups or bugaboos with the comments though. I'm not always seeing them from like the Rumble side. I don't know.
I don't
I've had
know
some
how it
hits and misses.
works. Cause like I get the Rumble and Twitter like on my StreamYard. I don't know how it
Nice.
happened. It just showed up one day and I thanked the StreamYard overlords and accepted my gift and moved on.
Oh, let me look something up here for the question in the chat because I've searched for my new channel and I can't find it when I'm just using the search feature. But if I go to, oh please, switch account, Six Sad World. Here we go. I'm a child, a baby of the 80s, a child of the 90s. So let's see. So I'll put the link in the chat.
Oh, yeah, put the link.
And it is.
Where did it go? There it is. Yay!
So, Six Sad World. I used an AI image generator, the one that I was playing with my avatars with, to get a background. I was like, well, Six Sad World in the show had this like gooey eyeball, like slime, and with a spiral. So I'm like, let's try it out and put in the prompts. I had to tweak it a bit, but that was pretty cool.
I think it turned out really good. I think that looks really cool.
I have fun fiddling with these little things. So
wait.
Anyway,
it sent me. Oh, I think I clicked the wrong link because it sent me to Moxie Dame.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sent me to your regular channel.
Dagnabbit. Hold on.
Unless I clicked the wrong thing.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, you linked this channel.
Boo. Boo.
Boo, Wendy Testaburger.
So, all right. If you, I'm having some issues with this creating a second channel and like swapping between accounts. And so I have several email addresses like for work or whatever. And so I have alt accounts. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to subscribe to myself, of course. Yeah. And it shows I have 1 subscriber. It's like, no, I have at least 7. Stop it. Stop lying to me, you two.
YouTube's stupid that way.
Yeah. So, okay. So don't worry about subscribing now. I'm going to put out videos soonish, and I'll spam it. So you can follow me then when there's actual content. Thought I was ginger, not blonde. Well, my mom's blonde, so some of it transferred, I guess. All right. Any last words, Fluxx?
Be excellent to each other.
Always. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.